Hello everyone, welcome to Java tutorials. My name is Kishore. In this video, we will discuss about how to achieve abstraction through abstract class. In our last video, we discussed how to achieve abstraction through interface. So abstract class, when to go for abstract classes, whenever you want to have a partial abstraction where you will have methods with body and method declarations. Abstract class can have abstract methods, which are nothing but method declarations, and also methods with body. Then you can have constructors in abstract class, but you cannot create the object of it because it is going to have some abstract methods for that reason. But what is the purpose of the constructor is, suppose in your class you have some properties and you want to initialize them, you can always make use of those constructors. So if you are unable to create the object, then which object you will create means you need to create a class that is going to inherit abstract class. But that subclass should be non-abstract class, and you can create the object of that non-abstract class. And that non-abstract class constructor should invoke this abstract class constructor to initialize the property. To create an abstract class, you will use a keyword called abstract keyword, and you can choose abstract class either through interface or directly you can create abstract class also, which means whenever you have an interface with some methods, as per the rules of interface, a class must implement all the methods of the interface. But there will be some scenarios where a class may not able to implement all the methods. Probably it doesn't know logics of every method of the interface. In that case, the class can be made abstract because it cannot implement all the methods, and their subclasses might know how to implement the methods. Take an example of, say, I have one interface with the name called ticket booking. And ticket booking has two methods. One is book method and one more is modify method so that user can book the ticket and modify the ticket. But ticket booking should not have any limit. But modification of the ticket, probably changing the passenger name or changing the source or changing the destination, I want to allow based on the type of user. For a regular user, I want modification to happen with a limit like only two times the user should be able to modify that ticket. But there will be another type of user like admin user. For admin user, there is no limit in order to invoke the modification. In that case, I can create a class called abstract user, which is going to be abstract class because we know the logic of book method. So the abstract user is going to implement the ticket booking, and it is going to implement the book method, and it doesn't know how to implement modify because it changes in regular user, and in admin user it is having different logic. We are not going to implement modify. As this class has one abstract method, you need to make sure that its object can't be created by using that abstract keyword, and you should create an abstract class like this. So that is what the meaning of you can create an abstract class through the interface also. You can directly create abstract class. So directly create abstract class without interface means you can simply write an abstract class like account, and you can create one abstract method which you don't know what is the logic, like apply interest method you can declare, and you know the logic of get balance. You will implement the get balance, but you don't know the logic of apply interest. So you will make this apply interest abstract, but you will implement get balance. And the class that extends account, like savings account, will implement apply interest in one way. And another class, let's say current account, also extends account by implementing apply interest in another way. So that way you can actually directly create abstract class. And there was another thing like with interface also you can create abstract class. And here you can extend abstract user in user class, like this class regular user that extends abstract user. And whenever you extend an abstract class, you should implement the abstract methods present in the abstract class. This abstract user as one abstract method that is modify that you need to implement here. Maybe for regular user there should be a limit, means you can set a limit like two limits so that regular user can able to modify the ticket only twice. And you can also create another user like admin user who will have no limit for modification, so limit will be unlimited. Here the modify has two different logics, and book logic is same for both the users, so I will keep it in the super class, but I will make it as abstract because that super class doesn't have logic for all the methods. So this way you can actually have a partial abstraction. Let us use this ticket booking example itself. I will create an interface like interface ticket booking, and I will create two methods, book and one more is modify. Both the methods are abstract. I will create one class called abstract user that implements ticket booking. Notice it is going to give an error saying that ticket booking interface has two methods, you have to implement both. But I will not implement both, rather I will write an abstract keyword and the error is going to immediately disappear because abstract class can have abstract methods. But I will implement the book method. What I will do is I will use the book control space so that you get the books method signature properly, and I will just write here one print statement called book ticket. I will not implement modify method. I will also not implement modify like with simple empty method logic is not a good idea, because if you write empty method, what happens is the subclass will never know modify should be implemented. So you should avoid writing empty logic thinking that anyway you have not written the logic. So you should never implement the modify. You should keep it abstract so that subclass will know there is an abstract method coming from the abstract class. Suppose I write a class like regular user that extends abstract user. Now what happens is immediately the regular user gets an error. That is because the abstract user is having one abstract method that is not implemented. So subclass will come to know that one method should be implemented. Let me add that method modify which is unimplemented. I will implement here, and here I write modification has a limit equals to 2. We will also create another class. I will extend the abstract user, and that class name I will give it as admin user. And here the modify method should have no limit. Modification has no limit. Since there are two versions of modify method, I have regular user and admin user, but there is a single version of book method. I have implemented that in the super class, that is abstract user. And we need to make sure that you cannot create the object of this class. For that reason, abstract keyword is mandatory. If you do not write abstract keyword, compiler raises an error saying that this class needs to be abstract or it should implement all the methods of this interface. Next, what we will do is we can create the object of either admin user or regular user. You cannot create the object of this abstract user. Notice if I try to create an object of abstract user, it is going to give an error. You can see there is an error. It says you cannot instantiate the abstract user. What we will do is we will create an object of regular user or admin user, but here also I can use same reference, that is interface reference like ticket booking equals new admin user, and then I will call from ticket booking. I call the method called book method, and I call another method called modify method. If I run this program, I should see book ticket and modification has no limit. Here, what is happening? The book and modify is invoked on the admin user object, and admin user gets the book method inherited from the abstract user. Next, let me have a delimiter, and then the same reference we will use and create the object of regular user. We will call the ticket booking book method again and ticket booking modify method. And if I run this program again, it is going to give me book ticket that is called on the regular user object, which is an inherited method from the abstract user, and modification as a limit equals to 2 that is invoked on the regular user object. So abstract class you can always use when you do not have an idea about implementing all the methods, or if you want to create some abstract methods and also non-abstract methods. So that is how you achieve abstraction in abstract class. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.